Hello there and welcome to the third day of my tour here around the island of Senja in Arctic Norway. And as you might be able to pick up, we have a quite windy day today. So I'm all dressed for cycling in the wind, and it's also just above 6 or 7 degrees Celsius. So it's gonna be a really cold day today. If you look behind me here, we have an interesting rock formation called the Devil's Teeth, those sharpy edges of cliffs down there. And today I'm just gonna start by going around the cliff on the back side of the camera here and into the next fjord. And then I'll make my way south on the island here of Senja. So there seems to be an abundance of wild raspberries here in these parts of Senja. So I'm gonna see if I can find some nice ones over here. I'm about to enter the first tunnel of the day, and this one doesn't have the signal system where you push the button to let you know that there's a cyclist in the tunnel, but instead they have this. You can borrow a reflective vest here, so I'm gonna do that. And for those of you who don't understand Norwegian, the sign said that you can just borrow a vest and then return it on the other side, and there's supposed to be around 10 vests on each side of the tunnel. So I decided to make a little detour to be able to visit this fantastic beach called Bostranda. Just imagine what this beach would look like in the middle of the summer with the sun shining. I then made my way up to the Bergsbotten viewpoint. It's a 44-meter wooden platform with a fantastic view over Bergsfjorden.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore.
So here's the deal. I was originally planning on making this a 4-day trip, but after looking on the weather forecast for tomorrow, and I also met a German guy who said the same thing, tomorrow is gonna be horrible. It's been really windy today. I've been battling a headwind for almost the whole day. The rain has just started here and it's supposed to be raining all night and tomorrow as well. And since this is a rather small island, even though it's Norway's second largest, I'm just a couple of 20 or so kilometers away from where I parked my car. So I'm actually gonna close the loop today. So I'm just gonna carry on in the evening here and make it to my car. There were other things I was planning to see tomorrow, but since they aren't on the main ring road around the island, going there would have to mean I would have to backtrack, and it was quite a gnarly way to get over there, over a big mountain, and I just didn't feel like doing it tomorrow if it were supposed to be rainy and windy as it had been today. So I'm just gonna cycle on towards my car and pack up the bike and start driving back to Sweden again. Only 800 kilometers left to go in the car. Woohoo! And here is where I parked my car a couple of days ago. Let's see if it's still here. Well, I finally made it back to the starting point here in Finnsnäs, and it's almost a shame leaving this beautiful island Senja when the sun finally showed itself today. But as I said, it's gonna be some horrible weather tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to getting back to the family home again. If I were to summarize this tour quickly here, it's definitely worth a visit to Senja. However, the island is rather small, so just going around it only takes a couple of days, as it did in this case. If you instead incorporate Senja into a larger tour and maybe bunch it up with Lofoten Islands and go all the way up to Tromsø, you will probably have a nice tour for a week or two. And the most spectacular things to see here in Senja are along the west coast that also goes along the Eurovelo 1. The things you will miss out on when you're not doing the loop, as I did, is just a bunch of marshland. And I suppose the first day when I did the east coast here was kind of nice as well. But the best things are along the Eurovelo 1. So thanks for following along on this rather short tour, and I hope to see you in another adventure real soon here. Until then, have a good one.